Hello. Okay, so there's a thing that's been bugging me, and I would love some input from others on food, growing your own or going to the grocery store, however it looks. We humans like to make things more efficient without really thinking about what cost is on the other side of that. Synthetic fertilizers, big, huge, woohoo! But is it really? Because, we fed ourselves very well up until synthetic fertilizers. We did. Did people starve? Yeah, people are still starving. So there's that. But it made things bigger and better. But it lost other things that it was needing, our food that we eat. Those things, it was not the best. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a scholar in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a old woman with a lot of time on her hands, apparently, to think things out here. And I've always been this, at what cost? Everything comes at a cost. Everything comes at a cost. And you modify the food, and at what cost? You find a way to grow it over there and ship it over here. At what cost? There's something, salt, that's something that shipping and transport and such, because it has a really long shelf life, it's not going to degrade in any shape, form or whatever over the miles. But at what cost? With the herbicides and the pesticides and the synthetic fertilizers and the frankenfoods, and what's the cost? What is the end down the line cost? I think it's something that we all need to ask ourselves. Just because some Amish family in, where are they at? Ohio. Let's say Ohio, which is over almost, I think it's over 1,000 miles away from me. Ohio is. But I can buy something from them and have it shipped. And does that mean it's better for me? It has to be, there's a cost to that. And people aren't, oh, it's Amish, it's good for you. Is it? They use the same crap that everybody else does. And thus they are doing their part to be a natural farmer. They are still using the same things. They're just not using a tractor. Some of them nowadays might be. They keep changing how they do things, so they're not even doing things the way they used to do things. So, yeah. Just my quandering here. Just because it's Amish doesn't mean it's good for you. Because it can be grown the same way the Farmer Joe down here is growing his stuff, with every chemical under the sun poured all over it. Gotta pour this on it to keep the bugs off. Gotta pour that back on it because that stripped something else. So you gotta put this back on there, and then your timing's gotta be this way, and all of the fuel that you gotta use to keep spraying all the crap that you're throwing on it to make it something that could have been done naturally. Not as efficiently, but naturally. But yet at the same time, if you think about the whole end process and everything in between from the beginning to the end, how efficient is that? Really, how efficient is that? Anyway. I do my very, very best to minimize the miles on my food. That doesn't mean I don't eat bananas, because I do. That doesn't mean I don't get canned pineapple, because I do. I just do my best to minimize the best that I can. Now, if I lived in Florida, I could grow my own pineapple. I seen it done. It was pretty darn cool. I had no idea that's how that all worked. I was like, really? That's awesome. So yeah, there's that. And then bananas could be grown in Florida, but I don't live in Florida. I live in Idaho. And when I moved to Kentucky, can I then grow bananas and pineapple? I don't think so. But I'm a lot closer to it. My hair's falling out something fierce. It's crazy. Anyway. Old age. Going bald. Look at that. What do they call it? Male pattern balding. Yes. Whatever. Still alive. Who cares? Anyway. Yeah, I'm just... We are not meant to feed the world. We are meant to feed our family. And if we get excess, yes, that's the word. If we have more than our neighbor does, then we are to help our neighbor. But it would be really hard to help our neighbor if our neighbor just sat around goofing off and didn't try, or only halfway tried to feed themselves. It would be really hard to be like, yeah, okay, I'll help you. Mm-hmm. This time, and next year you can help us, and then we'll supplement with an exchange of labor because I'm going to have to grow more to make sure that we can help you. Because splitting things evenly, it's a pipe dream. There is no such thing. You get back what you put in, and that isn't even always 100%. There's no guarantee. We could be putting every ounce of energy and time and blood, sweat, and tears into growing an abundant garden, and one hailstorm can take it all out. Had nothing to do with us. We did all the right things. Could even put up the right kind of items to protect it. But if the wind comes before, then it won't work. I need to take this call.